you guys rely mostly, you try to aggressively advertise your comics, or you rely mostly on word of mouth?
I've never done any advertising online. I mean, I've tried a couple times, but you know, I thought about it and had some little advertising worked up, but I never, for one reason or another, got around to doing it. So, despite my best efforts and best intentions, I've never advertised online. So all the people who know my webcomic know it through word of mouth and through my presence at conventions. You know, actively going out and talking to people and doing webcomic panels and talking about webcomics. And just, you know, being there for people as a resource brings them to your comic. So that's where all of my advertising comes from, flat out.
Same here. I was very blessed with word of mouth. Before Project Wonderful came around and other very easy advertising engines came around, word of mouth was very big. The biggest active advertising I did was coming to cons. Handing out my flyers, was smiling and saying I'd be on this panel to the right people. And I was lucky, and I happened to be in the right place at the right time, talking to the right people, who gave me the right links. And that's 90% of really how to build an audience online. Knowing the right people, being in the right networks, and getting the right link at the right time. Word of mouth and being at cons has been vital to me. Fan art, not so much fan, guest strips, when guys are asking for guest artwork or guest comics when they have to go away for a long time. That's really easy too, because, well, one, you have to be lucky enough that they're going to pick your work to be showcased while they're on vacation or what have you. And all you have to do is, one, hope you get chosen, two, hope you're funny enough, and three, all you got to do is just put your, all you got to do is just put your link to your website at the very bottom, like guest comic by me. My website is here. And with any luck, your readership will jump.
Oh, I posted nude photos and stuff.
Nudity also works, apparently.
And once I found out that didn't work, I was charging my readers away. They've heard me say this before, and I know they're going to kill me for me saying it, but I'm very much a fond believer in the Latin phrase, vox populi, vox Dei, which translates to voice of the people is the voice of God, word of mouth. That's why I constantly tell people, go to forums, go to chat rooms, humanize the creative persona behind your work, and people will connect you. It's like, yeah, this guy's pretty cool. And the easiest advertising I've ever found is when you make a little forum signature, don't make a huge freaking banner or anything. It's like, so-and-so, name of the comic, link. I had, in the early 2 years of my comic, literally 85% of my traffic came just from where I posted on forums. And that's it. And it's really simple. And then if you ever get to the point where you can buy advertising, research, you know, I've advertised on Tokyo, I've advertised on several other sites, I can't remember the list of them. But it's really just a matter of, is this worth the money I have to put down for it? And if yes, go for it. If not, just keep visiting forums, be a nice person, and people will come.
Okay, what about ending comics? You know, getting to the end of a certain story and maybe starting with new characters, different setting, or do you think just letting it run is better versus starting something different?
What works for you? I mean, I end a story and I start a new one. Do sometimes I want to keep going? Yeah. Do sometimes I need to just jump to another character? Yeah. I mean, it's whatever's keeping you happy, it's whatever's keeping your work fresh, it's whatever's keeping you excited to sit down and start working. You know, I mean, if you ever feel like you have to do something at the beginning of a new story, you shouldn't do it. If you feel like you want to do it and you have to show everybody, then that's the angle you should pursue, like wholeheartedly, because that excitement will translate into your work. There is no have to in comics or any creative process, in my opinion. There is no have to. It's only want to.
There's only one have to in comics. Having a comic.
Oh yeah, you have to update. Okay.
You don't have to update. It's just like there has to be a comic there at least, or it's not important.
Okay. You have to update. Allegedly.
If it's just a JavaScript counter,
just suckers.
Man, I love the character of 16, but it shows up so rarely.
Comic is alive, yes.
Yeah, the comic's alive.
Okay, we all love Portal. Stop it.
We got time for one more question, I believe, if anybody's got one.
I think y'all are supposed to rent it too.
It's about 1 minute to 2.
About 5 to 2.
About 5 to 2. I know. So if anybody has any more questions, we can take one more. If not, we can all split out of here early and enjoy the rest of Ikkicon on Sunday.
We'll shut up.
And we'll shut our mouths.
I'm going to say 3.
No, I don't mean
There's nothing to talk about for 2 hours.
I know, I'm about to say, come on.
Okay, last question. Last question.
I have a lot of friends who are really good at drawing anime and just drawing mangas and stuff like that, but they can literally not find anyone that can publish the work because they don't like it or they say the plot is awful. I have friends who follow them and it's really good. I don't see how they can.
Well, that's
the game.
That's the game, really, of getting published through a publisher. You have to meet approval, and that's why so many people go to webcomics, because there is no publisher, there is no middleman, there is no editor. You know, I think that's why sometimes webcomics get a little less prestige, because you didn't earn getting on the internet. No kidding. You just paid for it. Or if you used one of the free services, you didn't even pay for it. You know. So I mean, you gotta judge what angle you want to go for. Do you want to go for, you know, I don't care what anybody thinks, here's my story? Or do you want to go for, I'm going to try and please a publisher and maybe get more exposure, you know? And it's a...
This is going to be a really unpopular comment, and it's not meant as a slam against manga or mangaka in any way. It's too popular. Period. End of story. You are going up against such a wealth of competition when you're approaching these things that you have to have something really, really special to catch a publisher's eye. You might luck out and go the, Tokyo Pop Rising Stars and manga route, and they pick you. Great, awesome. A lot of my friends went that route. But, if you're doing Dojinshi X number 23, cool, they've seen it 22 times before. And they're getting more and more and more and more particular because more and more people are coming to anime cons as young artists and saying, that's popular. I can draw that. Yeah, you can. So can 50,000 other people. So you really got to nail it. And this is what I always suggest to artists, no matter what style you're doing, you may love anime, start with the basics first. Because I guarantee you, from Masamune Shirow to Otomo Katsushiro and everyone in between, they started with drawing fine art, anime, little doodle cartoons, everything else, and then they progressed to that. So that's the rub of it. You're just going up against so much damn competition.
The non-self-published route is very tough. And disappointment awaits you, no matter where. But if your heart is into it and you can just persist against disappointment, there's no greater victory, in my opinion.
You're also going to be dancing to the beat of the editor the entire time. So whether or not you want to deal with an editor and lose a bit of creativity is up to you. But that's up to you. You even get that far. Jesus, good for you, right?
My editor rocks, so
Yeah, well, it's 2 o'clock. Our time is up.
Thank you, guys.
Hey, look, you can do sports and